Welcome back to the Gaymeboyz channel.
I'm Johnny.
And I'm Tim.
And today we're here with a Halloween countdown video. This is our third annual Halloween costume video. And Tim and I, in preparation for this video, spent a lot of time looking at costumes this year and also looking at our previous videos and just had a good old chuckle.
Yeah, and we decided what perfect time then to bust out our Mike and Sully costumes.
Boo. Boo.
Glow. Oh my god, look, it's Boo. We couldn't find... They had like a animal Boo costume, and we were trying to get it for Tati, but we couldn't find it. So she's going costumeless this year. Comment down below what you think Tati should be, though, if we decide to do a last minute.
But as Tim and I decided to make a change this year and decided to rank our top 3 and bottom 3 costumes because we had so much fun talking last year about things that actually brought us joy, so we decided to continue that positivity by ranking top 3. That being said, we are still shady and saw a lot of costumes that made us chuckle and put on our worst list. Keep in mind that we mean no offense by any of this and that we know many of people have gone as these costumes possibly. We just think they're silly. And like, worst or bad is a subjective term. I'm like, what? Most of the time to these? And so we hope that you take this all in good spirit and the good fun of Halloween and whimsy.
Yeah, so we're gonna start with our most ridiculous or like bottom 3. Okay, so my number 3 is this, which is the pumpkin people eater costume. Or no, Peter pumpkin eater costume. I mean, it's funny, but the thing that really kind of grossed me out, and which is why this is so low for me, is like he put some like orange splooge on his mouth. So like, not only is it just a t-shirt that says Peter and you're holding like a pumpkin that is like
Half eaten.
Yeah, but it's like, you did not need that mouth stuff. Like that just like, I don't know, it's kind of gross. Grosses me out a little bit. But I just thought it was funny. It is like a creative costume, but I just think it's ridiculous just because like the way he presented it and the fact, don't ever wear jeans if you're gonna wear like costumes. I'm sorry, but like wear like black leggings, a black
jogger.
Black sweatpants if you're
orange sweatpants.
Or like, yeah.
What's interesting is the collar of like the, I don't know, like the innards of a pumpkin is basically just string and like some bad tulle. Like it's not even well made, it looks like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shady.
Like if someone saw him, they're like, Peter, like.
Where does that phrase come from too?
Old people. So you know how they always say like, what is the people eater or whatever? And then there's
one-eyed, one-horned, giant purple people eater?
I don't know. And then there's Peter, pumpkin eater.
But does that mean you like pumpkins?
I don't know. I think it was meant to be a insult back in the day, and then like it caught on.
The only thing that makes me think of is that Friends reference when Ross tells Monica, cheater, compulsive eater. Like that's where that comes from. I don't know. That is a good number 3. My number 3 is called Bubble Bath Babe. And as someone who loves baths, who takes baths regularly, I was very excited about this. But when I saw this costume, I was sad and it made me think of Monet Exchange bubble bath look. And I was like, oh no, we shouldn't be emulating that look. Do you remember when Monet Exchange did the sponge dress with like the bubbles and it like, she tried to make it a fake
bubbles?
Yeah, she was like soapy, like she was a sponge, and then she tried to put bubbles in her hair. Do you remember that? She had those like sad little balls in her hair, and she's like, look, it's the bubbles. And I was like, not a thing. I'll insert a comparison photo. But anyways, to me, I don't get bubble bath from this. Like if I looked at you, I wouldn't say I'd be like, why are you in a nude bodysuit?
She looks like a pretty girl.
Yes, with a loofah. Like, it just doesn't, I don't know. I don't like that maybe it's the fact that it's like a nude illusion bodysuit, but it's not that good of an illusion.
Yeah, there's too much, like, nothing in this section. Like, they could have put...
more bubbles.
Yeah.
Like a sash of, or even did like a cute, you know what would have been adorable if you did like a Gaga inspired like bubble dress, like a bubble skirt, and then like took the bubbles up and then made them, I don't know. There was just a lot that I would do to this that's not this.
Yeah.
So that is why this is my number 3. I don't want to take a bubble bath with her. This doesn't feel lush.
Yes, and she's gonna be basing the way home.
Are you calling her basin or... Oh, she's not basic, she's basic.
Okay, so my number 2 is this, like, flower plant thing. Like a sunflower in a plant? In a... I don't know.
In a terracotta pot.
Yeah. It just... she looks ridiculous. I'm sorry, but, like... You know when you're talking to your friends about your Halloween costumes? And they're gonna be like, oh, what are you going as? She's gonna be like, oh, like, a flowered plant in, like, a pot. And I'm gonna be like, what? It just looks so crazy to me. I don't know. And again, there's something with that green right here that just is missing something.
Where is the waist? Leaves. It's missing leaves.
Yeah.
And it's like the waist got dropped down so far that it makes her look like hippier than she is. Like, I think I'd like this more if it was just like up 2 more inches so that the top of the
Or if it
pot
was
was
pretty.
like there.
Like, she looks so dowdy. Like, they could, when I think of this kind of flower, I think of like a like stem that is like lovely with some like leaf petals and like, I don't know, a pretty background or something. She just looks a hot boo-boo mess, and she looks like she belongs in like SpongeBob SquarePants or something.
For me, it's the shoe. I looked down and I was trying not to look at the shoe, and then I looked at the shoe and now I hate it even more. Oh dear. My number 2, this had a moment this year. I love a good timely costume, you know what I mean? Like, so this is called the What's the Word costume. And you might have played Wordle this year. Wordle was a huge craze. Wordle was yes, it was.
I feel like Wordle was like 5 years ago or more.
That was only last. Like, see, that's
Really?
what time has done to us. But Wordle was like a very big moment
I was
because
thinking of Scrambler or something. I don't know.
but like the New York Times bought Wordle, so like it's like a very real thing, and it's like people love doing it every day. And you know what the cutest thing about Wordle is? I've heard about a lot of my friends who play with their families and they're on Textchange where every day they do the Wordle. So like, I like games. Like you especially like are good at like letter spelling games. But what I don't need my Wordle to be is a costume. Especially one that is just a bodysuit and the word of the day is treat. Like, it wasn't candy, it wasn't party. It was...
I can't even see that. Like, they made... they should have made the letters black. It's so hard to see on the white on whites.
Candy, party.
Party!
Haunt, scare, trick, and then the real word was treat. It also took her all of the tries to get it, so... I don't know. I just thought this was not
Boots.
my jam.
It's just not clever.
Alright, and then before we get to our number 1s, we have some honorable mentions. So there's 2 of these slutty Velmas. But it's like, why does Velma need to be slutty? Like, just, if you were her, normally like with a sweater on and her real outfit, I feel like that would be enough. The fact that like these girls felt like they had to be slutty to be Velma is very like not 2020. Because like, what's her name's always a hoe. Like,
Velma. Or not Velma. Daphne.
So it's like, you don't both get to be hoes, you know that? That's not. So like there's this one, which I guess is the plus size version, and then there's this one, which she just looks like a full on prostitute.
But at least she has a heel on.
It doesn't matter.
My honorable mention is something that is a household object but doesn't need to be a costume, and that is the pencil sharpener. First of all, I rarely use
This
a pencil.
doesn't look like a pencil sharpener.
No, I thought it was a taco for a second.
It took me so long to figure out what it was. Like, what is that, like, weird...
It's It's like the metal blade. You know when you like,
Yeah,
the only
it
time I
doesn't
use a
look
pencil
like
sharpener is like if I ever put, real talk, use like an eyeliner pencil sharpener. Because like, how often am I using pencils? And if I do, it's a mechanical pencil. But like, also, where's the rest of him? Like, it's a very small pencil then. Because like, if he's the sharpener...
Well, I guess it's in the sharpener.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's why he's holding this like piece that's supposed to...
It's
supposed to look like a
the shaving. But like, also, if my pencil was that small, like that much left, I would have just gotten a new pencil.
Well, also, who uses pencils now? Do people still use pencils?
I don't know. It's been a while since Tin and I have been in like college, so we haven't had to take a Scantron test. But like, I'm assuming Scantron still use number 2 pencils.
Alright, and then we do have kind of a lot of honorable mentions, so we're going to speed this up. So next, Bitcoin. What? I still don't understand what Bitcoin is, and this guy just looks like a tool.
He just looks like a gladiator.
Yeah.
Boot.
Awful. Okay, and then these 3 are going to be kind of the same, one and the same, so we're going to go like worst to best, even though these are like
all bad?
Yeah. So this one is a tub of cream cheese. Like, what? You want to be a tub of cream cheese? And I looked everywhere to see if there was a bagel costume, and there's not. So you're just a tub of cream cheese.
And it's not even like funny or irreverent. It's just cream cheese. No. The next in the cheese category is spray cheese, and you are a can of cheese. Now, I am no stranger to Cheese Whiz in a can, so believe me, this is not because I don't like Cheese Whiz, because I do. I just wouldn't wear it, or would want to be it.
Right? And like, it is cool that he kind of has like a little ponytail, like as the cheese, but no. But to top it all off, this... your macaroni and cheese, but you have like this weird, it looks like a poop emoji hat on that's like the most dowdy color. And like, I do appreciate that you're the microwavable Easy Mac, because let's face it, a girl's lazy. But I mean, it's just so ugly. Just like the noodles, just the way that they made it looks so cheap.
I mean, I'm
And again, jeans.
I'm very grateful that I'm lactose intolerant, that I don't have to deal with any of that cheese. My number one most ridiculous pop costume is this girl. And now, I love a joke as much as the next guy, but I don't understand.
There's so many puns and so many like
boobies.
ideas.
So you're boo, but then bees, and then you have a bee head. You're kind of dressed like a bee, but then boobies. So, like, my question is this. Are you boobies? Are you a bee? I don't get it. And the antennas are so sad. They're like the saddest, smallest little antennas.
They're so small.
So it's like, it took, because for a second I was like, are there bees? Like, and then I was like, oh, she's the bee. So there's 3 bees?
She just wants attention and wants people to look at her boobies. Like,
boobies.
And like the long sleeves are so unflattering on her. Like, it looks so down.
And she has the sleeve. She has on the Hot Topic sleeve with the hole in the thumb. So it's like and a white nail.
And why does she not have wings?
Poop.
Alright, and then my number 1 is another food item. You know, I kind of think the creativity on the food ones are funny, but like, you shouldn't wear that. You know, like this is... Okay, first of all. So, you're probably one of those girls that always talks about like, you have this kind of diet, but you're a Caesar salad kit? A salad kit. Like, no adults, like, whatever she is, millennial or whatever, like, would tell people that they use a salad kit. They want to, like, probably think they're, like, a chef and, like, get the lettuce themselves, get the croutons to make, and, like, the fact that you're advertising this, that you use the kit and you want to be a kit, is something. But like, she looks ridiculous.
It's just a bag. She is literally a bag.
No.
No. A bag, people. But the only thing that's kind of redeemable about that is that all night long I could just say things like, in front of my salad!
Right in front of my salad?
I mean, the opportunity for jokes are just amazing.
What I would do if I saw this girl at a party, I would take a piece of like, what's that long? Like, you know that yellow tape or whatever?
Caution tape.
Scotch tape?
And packing tape.
It's like the,
Duct tape.
kind of like duct tape, but the one you could write on.
Oh.
So I would write an expiration date of like 2 weeks ago and like slap it on her so she doesn't realize and be like, yo, your salad kit expired 2 weeks ago.
You know what this makes me think of when I see these costumes that are just people sticking out of food items? Is they look like those like Funko ad icons where they just wear like a bag of donuts. Do you know what I'm talking about? Remember when I made fun of Donut Bag? I was like, it's just a head with a body. That's what that is. That's
So like, what actually would have made this better is if she would have had like green hair, like blended her face into it, like it wouldn't have been as crusty, but not having it. Also, we want to mention that he brought up the Funkos. So this is not an honorable mention, but just wanted to show you guys how ridiculous the Funko masks are and how creepy they are. We'll insert some photos here, but they are so scary looking and so weird.
Wait, what do you Funko masks, Tim?
Yeah, they just made Funko Pop masks this year.
Oh, they're creepy! Especially because, oh, weird.
Right?
I don't like that. Oh my god,
Aren't they weird?
that's creepy!
I mean, they're kind of fun.
You know what this reminds me of? Do you remember that giant cat head that you had that scared Tati? That's what that looks like. But on to some of our favorite or most inventive or clever costumes for this year. So this is my number 3, and I have seen this type of costume before with like legs and like a fake body or whatever to like create that illusion, but I've never seen it done like this with a mermaid and a pirate and like treasure chest. What I also think is really cool, if you really wanted to do this like as a Disney way.
Oh, that's 2 people?
No, it's 1 person. You could do it as Captain Hook with Tinkerbell. You could like, because there's that Jim Shore of like the treasure chest, but I just think it's, because like again, I've seen this concept in like a number of different ways, but I never have seen it as mermaid and pirate, and so I think it would be really cool to like explore that like concept in a lot of different ways, and I thought that it was a really fun idea.
So my number 3, we've seen so many costumes of Beauty and the Beast in the past years. A lot of the Cogsworth ones haven't been as good, but I think this one's actually well done because it has like this separate portion for the arms, and it has like the little nose with the time thingies, and it has like a little hat too that's separate. It's not just like a big thing that you would shove on your head. And like they got the shaping right, and like I like that they actually gave the socks. It's just not like pants.
It's not jeans. She's not wearing jeans with a clock.
Yeah. And I just thought it was classic Peg, and I liked it.
Classic pig!
Alright, my number 2 is just easy and funny, but I like smiled a lot. And this is Spice Up Your Life, Girl Power, Spice Girls. They literally just took red aprons and hats and put logos on them, which I know you might say, well John, isn't that the Yandy costume? I'm like, no, that's not the Yandy Wordle costume. This is actually just makes me smile.
I'm sad one of them's not pumpkin though, so they could be pumpkin spice.
That's a great before and after. You could be pumpkin spice girls, you know? Or like, but I just thought this was fun. Like, also, only 4. Clearly they kicked out a Jerry. Which,
or a Victoria.
No,
she always
never kick out.
No, she always says no to the reunions.
Well, because she has enough going on with David.
Does she?
Oh! But I just thought this made me chuckle.
Okay, so my number 2 is this Princess Tiana costume. I just think it looks so much like the movie version. It looks like it's a pretty ball gown dress that like someone would want to wear like more than just Halloween. And just the detailing, like the little patterns on the dress. You have like the lily pad on there. You have the hairpiece or the headband. And I love, love, love those green gloves.
You love a drag queen loves an opera glove.
And I would probably like make this. What's that thing on the bottom? The tulle that you can make the dress more poofy and out.
Tulle.
Is that called tulle?
Oh yeah, it's a petticoat.
Yeah, she like if she had just a little bit more flair, like this might have been number one for me, but. I mean, I still love it.
I mean, I love it. I have a hoop skirt. You know, the giant thing. Everyone loves a hoop skirt, right?
Mm-hmm. So we do have just a couple honorary mentions because there were so many good costumes this year. It was actually kind of more challenging to find
the bad ones,
yeah,
or the ridiculous ones, yeah.
Because like
we've done a lot of them.
They haven't differed as much from last year, so. This one is one of my honorary mentions for favorites, and I just thought this is cute. Every time I see like one of these dinosaur ones, it makes me so happy. And there is a version of this where there's a Stitch. There is a Baymax one that came out years ago that's super cute. But I just think Pooh looks so cute. Like his body shape just looks adorable. And like you can't really even see the face behind the mask. And I love when they hide it, but you could still breathe if you wear this.
My honorable mention is another, it's not a Disney costume, but I think it's a Disney costume, and that is Crush the Turtle in the same, like, kind of, like, plasticky, like, costume that, like, is just, like, a bodysuit like this. It's Crush! And you can surf with him and say, "What's up, dude?" And I just think it's cute. Especially...
I would, like, try to do that as a TikTok, but I would, like, do a green screen where you could be, what's that ride at World? Or it's not a ride, but like...
Talking Turtle Crush?
Turtle Crush. Yeah.
What could be really cute is you could do a family costume where if you were the Crush, you could have like a little baby like Nemo, and then like your mom could be Dory or something. It would be just a fun group costume.
Yeah, that would be super cute.
My number one favorite costume for this year is actually, I saw this, and I didn't put two and two together until I was sitting right here, that this is actually a Disney costume. Because I forgot that Jim Henson and the Muppets are part of Disney, and this is to me, like, I love stuff that's like clever and like thoughtful and just makes me like chuckle that I've never seen. And it is, I used to love watching this show growing up. This hits me in all of my 80s, 90s feels. And this is Nanny. Nanny would come in, I think Nanny was voiced by Elizabeth, what's-her-face, the woman from, not I Dream of Jeannie, it was Barbara Billingsley. That's who I was thinking of.
Oh, because that's so close to Elizabeth.
No, but it was...
Who is that?
Barbara Billingsley. She was, the mom from Leave It to Beaver. She was June Cleaver. You know, whenever you hear about June Cleaver and the woman who vacuumed in pearls, that's Barbara Billingsley. So she, like, is a very maternal character. But Nanny was always iconic in the show because you only saw her socks and her purple shoes, and because they were babies, you never saw the rest of her body. So, like, the fact that each of these people went as one of her legs is super clever. And then throughout the night, you can walk, like, next to each other so it looks like she's walking, and then, like, from far away, it would just look like this, like, giant walking. Or if you, like, turn separately, you could turn your legs out or turn them in or be like... I don't know, I just think it's such a cute idea.
That is cute. I don't know what it's from, because I don't know the Muppets as well, but I like this. I think it would be cool to do the Wicked Witch of the West and, like, have, like, a house that you carry around like you were smashed by the house.
See, that's basically this idea. And that's him always taking it to the next level. But that is my number one because it's just so out of the box.
Mm-hmm. My number one, I actually kind of spoiled it on Instagram if you follow me, because it was so amazing I had to post it to my stories. But this is a long CVS receipts. If you are fans of the channel, you know that we always talk about how ridiculous Disney is by putting these long CVS receipts on ears, on Wishables, on Munchlings, on spirit jerseys on the inside, so you have to like cut it weird. Like, they just love a long CVS receipt. And even if you go to CVS, like, it's just so ridiculous, like, how much they want you to read and, like...
surveys and coupons and information.
But if you know, you know. And, like, I absolutely love this. I think it would be so cool, like, to even, like, again, use that tape I was talking about and put your own, like, things on it.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Like... Johnny from Gaymeboyz laugh, and then do like Price laugh.
That's cute. I wonder what is his total. Oh, see, this is the thing. I would have to cover up these letters because he bought geriatric vitamins, chocolate, he owned diapers, soft. Like, what? He only... I don't like that.
Yeah, you could easily make your own words and whatever. But
such a cute idea.
I didn't even know they had words.
Now that I have, like, you have me thinking of things. Now I want to, like, just put a bunch of bows and go as, like, the bows that we cut off of ears. But you'll have to comment below and let us know what you thought of our list. If you have been any of these costumes, if you have seen any fun costumes that you love or think are ridiculous, we'd just love to hear from you.
Yeah, and every year you guys message us either in the comments to explain costumes or message us on Instagram and show us pictures. So we absolutely love that and hope you guys continue to do that because we always love looking at fun, good or bad costumes.
Yes!
So if you like this video, give us a thumbs up.
Yes, and if you are not a subscriber and enjoy Disney, game, pop culture, lifestyle, Halloween, candy, all of the above, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you're not a subscriber, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you had a couple of laughs and we can't wait to see you in our next video. Take care and be well. Bye!
Happy Halloween!
Happy Halloween!